What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Britney Spears, and we're returning to Blackout 2007. Thank you to both Adam and Phil who've enabled this journey, and I appreciate the patience as I've gone through it. And the next track is Get Naked, I think with an exclamation point, and then in parentheses, I Got a Plan. So I'm amused by both sides of the title, or more specifically, the way they may interact narratively or in terms of the scene setting. The first part is written as a directive or a request, a command, an entreaty, and the second part sounds like internal monologue, although I suppose the narrator could be expressing it to the person they are telling to get naked. Now, maybe naked here will function on multiple levels, both literally physically naked, but also naked as in vulnerable, open, emotionally, interpersonally, psychologically. But maybe most clearly I would expect it to be literal, the idea of getting naked, which often between two people refers to love-making, intimacy in a more immediate and physical sense. But I Got a Plan, I'm not sure how to reconcile that with the first part. The idea of, is the plan to make love? Is the plan to be open and transparent in that regard? And maybe that will lead to some emotional breakthrough. I do wonder how to put the two parts of the title together. And the fact that the second part is in parentheses makes me wonder, again, if the first part is said aloud and the second part is internal monologue. In any case, I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Britney Spears. The tune is Get Naked, and then I Got a Plan.
Danger.
a really fun tune, and sonically, like, it has that electro R&B type of synthesis, and yet those two organ lines, the one that's like these deeper chords which sounds almost like a, like Phantom of the Opera style organ, and that very high and like more tinny, that like sometimes that word is used critically. I just mean it in terms of the character of the sound. It was like a very narrow and bright type of organ line that had a bit of a like Baroque Gothic feel to it. So yeah, I really enjoyed the way it blended some different flavors here in a way that really came together well. And the vocals from the guy, which reminded me almost like of a Prince tune, because there's a lot of Prince tunes where he's talking about sex and he's like affecting a voice and like, speaking dialogue where it's like sort of, part of two voices in the same tune. So that part of the track vocally, again, reminded me of a bit of a funky Prince tune where he's talking about like bedroom escapades and so on. And of course the line would like, if you want to come with me, we can do it. Obviously there's like, you could read those lines more like conceptually or more as like double entendres, which I think is sort of the point. And then, there's the refrain like, get naked, take it off, or like, I want you to take it off. So I feel like some of the lines are like functioning in both directions. It very much seems to be more literal than anything, though I suppose some of the lines, again, are working in different ways. But yeah, it sounds, what was it like? It's 3:15, so I wonder like if they're at some club or something like that, it's closing time, or at least, time when most people go home. And there's a question of like, I've got a plan, let's go home together, let's feel each other, let's, make love. And she's saying at one point like, I'm not ashamed of my body, I know I look good, I want to show you what I got, and so on. So it sounds like they're both in the mood for this. It sounds like they're both doing the dance of seduction, maybe literally, but also like psycho-emotionally. But it sounds like it's going to end in great fun as they are both naked. And I think there's even reference to like, when I get on top and so on. So it's like, again, lines that I think you can read interpersonally, but also like physically, viscerally, sexually. So yeah, it's a sexy tune, but I enjoy, again, it's a lot of sexy tunes have that like kind of down-tempo R&B flavor. There's a bit of that here, but it's a bit more electronic sounding than you would normally get in a track like that, at least, based on artists that I've listened to over the years. And again, with those two organ lines, it takes on a bit of this like Baroque, Gothic, Transylvanian almost sort of atmosphere. So I like the way those elements kind of give it a bit of a different flavor than you might expect. But yeah, as far as I can tell, it's a song about feeling sexy, making a connection, and you're ready to take it off and enjoy each other, so to speak. So yeah, maybe there's a detail I'm missing, maybe there's a layer of this that I didn't pick up on, but yeah, a fun tune, and one that I think comes together well sonically and vocally. And that one aspect of his vocals where it was like they were almost slowing down on a record, it was like they were pitch shifted to a lower pitch, and sort of gave it like a dreamy, like it's almost like the way his voice is hitting her head is like she's so intoxicated by this dance with him, interpersonally and sexually, that there's like a bit of like distortion, a bit of excitement that's like distorting the way she's hearing and feeling things. So in any case, I enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.